Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now. Winners finals on the horizon. TSM versus FaZe Clan.
Two teams who may not have expected to be here at the start of this tournament. Boy, have they earned their spot in the winners finals. It could be perhaps their best chance to get to a grand final, with the heavy hitters arguably already falling down into that elimination bracket or even eliminated in general. But maybe those heavy hitters are actually on the main stage. Perhaps they have taken that throne themselves.
Both teams probably looking across from one another thinking, hey, look at us. Who would have thought? Not me. Winners finals time. Big pressure moments. TSM, FaZe Clan. Some of those players have so much experience. You think about Pznguin, you think about TriPPPeY. They've been here before. They've won series like this.
And we saw the records just in that pre-ramble there, how amazing TSM have been during Slayers, for example. And Wes said maybe they've had an easier road, but don't forget, TSM took down Optic Gaming right at the start of this tournament as well. The reason why TSM have been on this road with the #1 seed is because they took down the Green Wall right at the very beginning of Friday, and now they've been able to reap those rewards and they find themselves in the winners final. But you've said it, I've said it, we have seen this before. Years ago in the World Championship, when this squad was last together, they crumbled on Sunday. They got absolutely demolished in a final, then the elimination final. Can they go one step further and prove they are rightful place in a final?
Always good to have that fear in the back of your mind. Use it as a motivator. Do not let it cripple you here in this big moment. All four of those players, if game one goes against them, game two, they'll start to fear it's Groundhog Day. They need a big, massive game one.
Well, speaking of game one, it is going to be CTF Fortress, and two players that we have to keep an eye on here. On the side of TSM, it's going to be Druk. I think Lottie mentioned him as well, just how well he's been playing when it comes to everything. But CTF in particular, with a 2.0 KD when on Capture the Flag, averaging 634 damage a minute on Capture the Flag, and putting flags in as well. He has been doing everything for TSM, so he is going to be one of the reasons they win if they do win. But he may have to get through TriPPPeY, because on the other side for FaZe Clan, TriPPPeY's been doing exactly the same thing, averaging over 2.0 KD. He's been getting all the flag captures on CTF, as well as outputting an incredible amount of damage. TriPPPeY has been their go-to man on Capture the Flag.
You think about this FaZe Clan team, Dan. Last month at Arlington, finishing top 3, disappointed with where they finished, disappointed with their show, and it only indicates and illustrates just how good this team is. Their ambitions now are getting into that grand finals and causing some carnage when they get there, but TSM still standing in their way.
And TSM probably will be looking down in that elimination bracket and just saying, well, wait a second, Optic Gaming are kind of waiting down there. We'd rather see them in a grand final. We don't want to be dropping into an elimination final and having to go up against them. This is how everything has looked thus far in the tournament. TSM take down Nemesis, then take down Envy. Game 5 after Game 5. FaZe Clan also going through Game 5s of Shopify Rebellion and taking down Space Station on their road. But now they will find themselves meeting here in this winners final in a series layout that looks pretty even, I'd say. When you look across history and how they've been playing so far this tournament, I think this is the best series layout we could have got for this winners final.
And I think both teams here can maybe take a little air of caution. You've seen what happened to Rebellion. They came out a little bit flat and they were punished for it. Optic Gaming are down there hungry, waiting for any one of these teams to drop down.
Yeah, you do not want to come out flat. If TSM lose this first one, they may start to just think about what had happened those years ago when they got 3-0'd in the winners final. Instead, you want to make sure that first flag goes your way so you can take it to FaZe Clan. One good thing for TSM, I will quickly note, is that Stronghold's recharge being Game 3 is one of FaZe's worst game types as well. So maybe that could be something that TSM could go off here. But of course, first, we will focus on CTF Fortress, which I'm very excited for. Two snipers, and we get to see just how they're going to play on this map.
Two teams about to throw down. FaZe Clan looking for their highest finish this season. Ksan didn't go their way. Arlington the same. But they have grown in confidence, they've grown in ability, they've meshed much better together the last few months. For TSM, a whole new page is being written, a whole new chapter. This is a massive series for both teams. Big moments, big time for players to step up to the mark. It's shields up, it's weapons up, we're underway.
And And already Suppressed is going straight for the sniper, but already Taulek is getting the job done on the other side with it as well. It's straight, all-right aggression from TSM to begin with here to try and push into the enemy base, and already 3 members down, but FaZe have been able to get the overshield.
Pznguin scoops up the repulse, heads towards tower. Grenades go down. Both teams are going to jostle for position early on here. It's all about minimizing mistakes at the beginning. Just grow in confidence. Settle the nerves. Plant your feet. Start hitting some shots. Speaking of, Taulek hits the body on the TriPPPeY, gets a kill. A pretty decent opening from TSM, you must say. Even though FaZe Clan got the overshield, Pznguin wasn't able to do too much with it.
Just wondering what emotes Taulek has come equipped with today, just in case they do find a victory on this main stage. Certainly has been hitting the shots to start off this game, just about misses on those, but he has at least run out the clip, though it doesn't matter too much that he's gone down here. Now remember how important the overshield has been, and remember how important TriPPPeY has been for pulling these flags, as 4 are dead for TSM, and this might just be the first one going in.
TriPPPeY, one of the quickest men in the league at running the flag. And he punches it in. FaZe Clan draw first blood, 1-0.
It actually has been an outstanding statistic for TriPPPeY when it comes to those flag captures. Everyone else on the team is less than 1 flag a game, but TriPPPeY seems to be up there getting at least 1.5 on average, so closing in on 2 caps per game when they play capture the flag. Taulek's found himself another sniper rifle, but again he's run out of ammo. That next overshield is coming up in 10 seconds here, so if FaZe can get hold of it again with 2 going down from TSM, maybe they can start to look at another flag pool.
It just shows you how clinical FaZe Clan are. The teamwork they're putting out. Double kill, 3 dead for TSM, overshield in the chest for TriPPPeY. They're clinical when FaZe Clan get opportunities, punishing TSM whenever there's an opening.
TriPPPeY just loves a flag game. He loves having something to run towards and something to run with, but also he'll do the damage at the same time. He listens to those call-outs. He's always waiting just to put that final bullet in if he needs to. Constantly looking for the next kill after next kill, but now he will refocus onto the flag.
Manny's overextended here. Druk was over towards the tower. They're in hot pursuit of this flag. TriPPPeY re-emerges over towards top middle on the ring. Pznguin in the armory. The flag's still alive here. Falcated's got a touch. TSM, desperate times, are calling for desperate measures, but the numbers are being cut away here. Great work from FaZe Clan as Pznguin scoops up the flag, drives it forward, punches it home.
FaZe Clan absolutely demolishing TSM right now, and they are all over them. I'm curious, how are the communications with FaZe Clan? Because they seem to be hot. Let's jump into a listening.
Yo, I hear that, Mike, I hear that. I'm looking at the back steps, kinda. I'm coming down, I'm coming. No, I can't, no. Porch one guy.
It's going 2v2.
Porch one guy, Druk. Yeah, one shot. Look, one shot, R2. Absolutely going under up here, one shot. Absolute dead, nice.
I got sniped, there's
another one's in, another one. Lives in, he's out front, jump, going for pool right now, go for pool. Scamming.
Sniping the tower.
Sniper down the bottom tower, I think he's going for it, on it, Manny. Go back to the side. Yeah, one shot, guys. You went pillars, going the bottom tower, Manny. Push up. Push top tower, sniping. Looking out left. I'm watching right, Mike. I'm watching right. I'm watching right. He's weak on you. Watch out, Mike. Watch out to the base. Watch out to the base, Manny. Watch out to the base. Pushing right.
You guys hear me on Obi?
Yeah, Obi, guys. Obi. Watch out the bottom tower. Watch out the bottom tower.
Right, so you're gonna
Absolutely under the tower.
2 shot, OB in 10. OB in 10.
Sniper the back steps. Hear that, Zane.
The best you can.
I'm in,
guys. Obi's the ball here. Obi's the ball here. Get in ring, Donnie. Get in ring. Nice, Joey.
Bottom basement, major sniping.
Two dead, guys. Two dead. Can't go for it. They're elbow. They're flag. Look at pillars.
Donnie, good shit, Donnie.
Top tower, guys. Yeah, two top tower, guys. Watch out, bottom tower. I'm watching out. Absolute bottom tower.
Hello, guys. How are
Absolute bottom tower. Our side. Dead.
I'm in 2 shot pillars at the bottom, probably.
Yeah, one. Top tower, above you, Donnie, above you. Watch out, top tower on you.
Yeah, top tower still, just sitting there.
I'm looking at Donnie, I'm looking at you. I'm pushing tower.
Top tower.
He's pushing split out, so I'm here, Donnie. He's 2 shot on tower, dead. I'm looking at the back steps. Basement 2 shot.
Top tower again.
Yeah, look at top tower. Top tower 1, Taulek. Dead. There's Spiral.
Yeah, we're blocking side.
Hey, back steps.
Steps weak.
Yard's weak. Bottom of your weak.
Yeah, Joey might be able to get flags.
Bottom of your weak. I'm dying to play.
Jump on me.
I'll meet under the base. Under the base, kill me.
Nice, two dead.
The coverage is insane from FaZe Clan. The comms are perfect as the flag is moving yet again, and it looks like this is going to be an easy 3-0. What a perfect way to start this winners final for FaZe Clan as they demolish TSM.
Absolutely flawless. Didn't even require that many kills. 3 opportunities, 3 flag captures. We talked about starting slow. Well, how about starting hot? FaZe Clan really pushing the pace. Just being absolutely dominant.
And you heard the communication coming from Royal One as well. Overshield is our priority here. Every single time that overshield spawns, it can be the difference maker on Fortress. Even if it's just to regain some control of the map, which is what happened there for FaZe, right? They were losing a little bit of control. TSM was starting to step up, but Suppress gets that overshield. He's able to push the tower players. He's able to force them back, and they regain control of the opposition tower. And from then, TSM are just pinned back to the wall, pinned back to their spawns yet again. And it was simple as you like. FaZe made that look easy. Maybe a little bit concerning for TSM fans, but sometimes that's how Fortress can go, especially when FaZe are playing in that way. I mean, TriPPPeY was just walking into the base, dealing damage, and just running flags for free.
Game's pretty easy when you have overshield. You just walk straight through upon fire and scoop up a flag, it would seem. But the communication was so key for me, listening to it. There was call-outs coming, but the more impressive thing is when you call out a player top tower, you then hear your teammate go, I'm looking. So not only is he listening, he's now acting on that call-out. The boys were comfortable there. Almost too comfortable for TSM's liking.
You have to be worried if you are TSM here with how FaZe were playing. It was just like you mentioned, the sheer support that was coming out of every member of FaZe, always turning to prioritize the most important damage that is on the map. And even though I was speaking about TriPPPeY and capping flags, don't forget, Pznguin arguably was the quickest flag capper that we had last season in terms of getting it from point A to point B. When you have both of them on one team now,
what chance do you have?
It's terrifying to go up against them. We'll really have to see whether TSM can answer back here, because boy, do they need a response. Good news for them. It's a Slayer, and they are currently unbeaten on Slayers so far this tournament, 8-0. But I have to be honest, if FaZe win this one, I think it might be the series. If you can take down TSM in their best mode in the winners final, it's very easy for TSM to get down on themselves here. So I feel a must win for TSM here on Slayer Live Fire.
On the cards then, an opportunity for TSM to get themselves back into the series after a very quick and dominant display from FaZe in game one. You feel this one's important, massive in fact. A dagger to the heart that TSM loses, considering their map record 8-0 here. Is it to be one of those days yet again for TSM? The narrative will spin that way unless they get the job done. On board with Taulek, firing towards Pznguin top tower.
Saw some stats there from SoulSnipe and TriPPPeY, who are going to be very important for just ensuring some support perhaps, but Taulek is going to be where my eyes are going to be heading for this game. The one who maybe needs to step up, but Pznguin's going to perfect him from behind. Need your main Slayers really to be applying some business to this game if you're going to be finding victory. And the same can be said for Falcated on the side of FaZe Clan.
Camouflage and sniper rifle now for Suppressed. An opportunity to be a real force on the map. Playing this one patiently, hasn't moved, but he's been spotted out. Managed to land the body before falling. Camo and Sniper not getting that much value. That's good news for TSM. They are down by 4. Make it 3 now. Both teams ready to kills, ready to damage. Back and forth we go. The early innings. Only 2 kills separate us now. SoulSnipe, this is your moment to take over. Drive your team forward. Be the player that they know you can be. Plant your feet here and start hitting some shots.
Okay, he couldn't plant his feet. Very much off the map. 10-10. Good comeback from TSM after an early start from FaZe Clan, and I really think it was important they prioritized finding that sniper rifle that Suppressed had with the camouflage as well. SoulSnipe needs to hit some headshots here to help the team.
First one's a swing and a miss. Second one connects. Beautiful. Double kill. Rolling. Triple kill. This is it. Is SoulSnipe about to hit final form?
I mean, SoulSnipe, when he gets going, he's called SoulSnipe for a reason, taking the souls of players with the sniper rifle. He was just listening to his teammates there, waiting to see where those one-shots were. 3-kill lead now for FaZe, they're a little bit on the back foot. See, they're all trying to make their way around towards Camo now with that coming up in 20 seconds, but is it an early move for Camouflage? Because if they start to lose players here, TSM might really be able to roll with momentum and take that Camo away from them.
SoulSnipe just wants to get his shields back. Let him play the game, folks. Suppressed. Close the distance, gets the kill. That early setup for camouflage hasn't really gone the way FaZe Clan would have liked. Now Manny's pushing forward. Quantum translocator will just dissipate now. That's the pistol scooped up. SoulSnipe firing over towards Cuts. He does have that camouflage. He's playing SWAT for now. Almost gave Suppress the wiggles. 2 more shots would have got the kill, but he is shut down early. 2 kills, the point of difference.
FaZe trying to move as a unit. Sniper's going to be the next focus for them. TriPPPeY's not usually the player who picks up that sniper rifle, so you want to play ahead of the sniper. You want to try and stop TSM finding angles towards it. TriPPPeY's going to actually go for a backstab here.
Couple of shots go down. The problem is they now know where he is. 2 players turn, then spin on a dime. But his teammates elsewhere getting the damage done. Perfectly played by TriPPPeY. Didn't even have to get the kill. He just had to keep the attention of 2 players away from his teammates.
Yeah, he did enough to allow Falcated to get the sniper rifle. However, Manny had spotted him out, and now he gets the sniper as a reward. Very close back and forth game 2 here. These snipers just aren't able to stay alive. TriPPPeY says, well, I remember that you had sniper rifle. You must have been around here somewhere. Now it is time for Big Game Trip to try and do something with the SM.
A slight lull. There's a war happening a little bit far away from TriPPPeY here. He's going to have to get a move on. He obliges. Sitting top middle. Taulek applies pressure. Beautiful body shot by TriPPPeY though. That will just back him down. The consistency in which these top players hit body shots, so impressive. SoulSnipe falls. Here comes Druk. He's got 2 members of FaZe Clan facing him up. He's desperately trying to stay alive here. Settles for a trade. That's good for Druk.
Pznguin now just making sure he stays alive. One thing that FaZe have been very good at this game is when TSM seem to have a little bit of control, they just back up, cower away a little bit and wait for them to get aggressive and try and catch one of them off guard. 29-29, I mean, this is so even in the moment. You can't split these 2.
Game's on the knife's edge. Taulek doesn't clear his corner, slides in. Pznguin gets a free kill. Does get traded out very quickly though.
13 kills for SoulSnipe. TriPPPeY does have the sniper rifle though. 3 bullets to work with. See, he's just pinging across because this camouflage is going to be a big one. TSM can get hold of it. He might be able to start to just run away with things a little bit. TriPPPeY knows that his bullets are going to be so key to try and stop them. You can see he's just hovering, waiting to see if anyone goes for it, but suppressed on the other side. Now the push does come through.
3 dead for a moment for TSM. TriPPPeY still has that sniper rifle. 3 bullets to play with. Now pops the camouflage. Is this the beginning of the end? If TriPPPeY can start hitting some shots, he's got some players isolated on big door. It's a free one. And he's down to no shield. Suppress should be there to get the kill. He doesn't, he falls. Manny last live for his team, and he's going to try and disappear now and wait for his teammates to spawn back up. And you can see TriPPPeY trying to find him. Should have the audio cue to his players below him. Manny taken care of. 4 kill advantage now for FaZe Clan. And is the moment just starting to get to TSM? Is this starting to slip away?
The Druk's just gone down as well. SoulSnipe falls. Manny's going to be the next target. And this is the first time we've seen a gap like this, and FaZe will want to increase it. Manny falls. Killing spree now. It's a 7-kill lead. This is going to be so tough for TSM to get back. Are we going to see this unbeaten record on Slayers start to fall in front of our very eyes?
There was something Wes noticed and talked about. The quality of teams FaZe Clan played in those Slayers was a little bit higher than TSM's. They're playing against one of the big dogs now. And Suppress might even start barking with these shots he's connecting. Taulek over towards Nest, backs away for a moment. Suppress is happy to play this one patiently. Pznguin lands a grenade at Taulek's feet as well. Is the occasion too big for TSM right now? 3 kills required for FaZe Clan to close out game 2.
It would have to be one of the biggest comebacks we've seen so far this weekend on Slayer, especially at this stage of the game when only now 2 kills are required for FaZe Clan. Suppress can't get the job done with a sniper rifle. Will give it away. Is there a little bit of hope left for TSM, or is this one done and dusted? An 8-kill game, make it a 10-kill game now as TriPPPeY puts the final bullet into him. And FaZe Clan 1 map away now from reaching the grand finals here at DreamHack Dallas for the HCS Open.
It was close in the early knock-ins, and even in the mid-game. But FaZe Clan just started to pull away. Camouflage and sniper rifles really helped their cause. TSM really struggled from then on out. They had moments, SoulSnipe, try as he might. But now, it's a very daunting task, Dan. They have to win 3 back-to-back-to-back.
17 kills for SoulSnipe, as you mentioned. He did try, but it's the consistency on the side of FaZe, as everyone had a good game in that one. Again, they were working together so well, moving as a unit like a wolf pack, shutting down TSM. I remember at one point it was 31-31. I was considering going for a listening into TSM, and then suddenly you see TriPPPeY pick up the sniper rifle, and suddenly they get the next camouflage, and it just started to snowball out of control in favor of FaZe Clan. And TriPPPeY really has been the man of the series so far. It's another 4.3k damage from him in that game. Sadly, when players like this are in this kind of form, like, how do you stop them? How do you shut them down? Because now TriPPPeY and the rest of FaZe are all going to be playing with so much confidence going into this next game.
It needs a big response. Players are taking and opting in for a break. And for TSM, it's just about gathering your thoughts. And for FaZe, they can now have a conversation about just being 1 game away from the grand finals. Close this thing out. And they'll be looking to do it in game 3, Dan. They have no interest in going any further.
Remember, all the talk for the last couple of events has been around Optic, around Shopify Rebellion, and FaZe have been kind of teetering on the edge a little bit of that 3rd place, 4th place team, wondering, will they be able to break into that top 2? Well, the chance is very much right here in front of them now. All that stands between them and the grand final is Stronghold's recharge. Sadly, FaZe Clan have not usually looked particularly good on Stronghold's recharge, but again, FaZe Clan at their worst at the moment. Can TSM even beat FaZe Clan playing in one of their worst game types? Because it all seems to be heading in a FaZe Clan direction. On the side of TSM, they've also been struggling a little bit with Strongholds as well. You can see they lost to Nemesis, they lost to Optic Gaming in pretty big margins as well. Are we starting to look at a potential 3-0 here, and TSM having to look at a rematch with Optic Gaming in the elimination final?
Might have been a conversation they had last night. Lads, FaZe Clan, Strongholds isn't their strongest game type. And then someone says, not really our strongest one either.
Not us either. As long as we get to game 3. Yeah, we're definitely getting to game 3. Ah, okay. Sadly for TSM, I think losing that Slayer is going to be the biggest dagger into their back, because they were 8-0 in Slayers. That no one else had been able to go up against them, not even Optic Gaming. Sadly now, with that record going, can they even get to a game 5? Because that's another record they have. You know, they've won every game 5 so far. So if they can go the distance here, maybe TSM become the favorites once we get there. But it's really hard to argue with how FaZe Clan are playing right now. They look like an unbeatable and unstoppable force.
And it's one thing to lose your 8-0 record in a 50-49 fashion, 50-48. But it was 50-40. It's a big discrepancy you've lost by there on one of your strongest map mode combinations. Having a look at the winner's bracket then, it's what's up for grabs. Grand final spot. FaZe Clan still remain just 1 away from an ever-elusive grand final.
It's still crazy looking at this bracket as well, because you saw the big names on the bottom side of the winner's bracket. Well, they all ended up in this stage of the elimination bracket as well. Optic Gaming, Shopify Rebellion were both on that lower side and had to face each other for top 3. But it was Optic Gaming getting the better of Rebellion this time, a 3-0. If you missed it, because it was a pretty quick one. And now Optic Gaming are waiting in that elimination final. Are we going to be seeing Optic again make that entire run through the elimination bracket all the way from Elim round 1 to a grand final? The real question is, who are they going to be facing? At the moment, it looks like a rematch with TSM, but TSM with a little bathroom break and a chance to maybe just have a discussion with each other. They need to wake up.
I feel like at the moment, FaZe Clan are almost like Mr. Burns in his office. And they've got TSM standing in front of them and they're saying, just a little bit to your left, a little bit further to your left, and then they push the button for the trapdoor. And that's where Optic Gaming's waiting. And with the way Optic are playing, they've won a championship from this exact sort of route. Nobody wants to be playing them in the elimination finals. And it looks as though that's going to be TSM's fate.
Yeah, that trapdoor seems to be half open at this point for TSM. You can see a couple of side eyes across the board from the TSM players. Just, is this happening again? Is history repeating itself, or can we find a way back into this series? Stronghold's Recharge can be one of those games that really can go out of control if you lose the map right to begin with as well. If FaZe are able to set up, I'm really worried for TSM in this one. I think TSM have to make sure they're the first team to get any real control here.
In the build-up, we did talk about, we highlighted TSM in those Game 5s, getting the job done, icing up. So maybe there is still some resilience in there. Maybe they can bounce back here. All they need is one to believe, Dan. But it needs to be this one.
Not a single player from TSM has averaged over 1.0 KD on Stronghold so far this tournament.
Tell me good things.
Good things. TSM, yeah, I'm struggling a little bit.
Tell me bad things for FaZe, then. Tell me something.
Well, FaZe also haven't won this game time so far this season. So there you go. There's the opportunity for TSM. But even when they've been losing FaZe, they've still been finding a lot more kills than TSM have, and that's going to be my worry here, because if you're just looking at a bad game type for both, it becomes a little bit of a slay fest, and FaZe look better right now.
Isn't this just one last throw of the dice for TSM? Desperate times, desperate measures. They go 3 dead. Opening break favors FaZe Clan. Camouflage for Suppressed, and can he just round the corner? The answer is yes.
You can't let the camo get away that comfortably, sadly. It's going to be a trip cap. It's going to be points scored for FaZe Clan. It's going to be 3 dead for TSM. As now Suppressed is going to be on the hunt. Oh, this could get ugly, Shurzy. It's already a 30+ scoreline, and they are really looking to take it to TSM here. They want to make a statement as they walk into these grand finals.
Suppressed enters bottom elevator. It's anything like the elevators of the Omni, they take a long time to get to your floor.
Enemy team score.
Suppressed top A then, putting down shots. Captures it.
Enemy team scoring.
TSM, they're on the back foot immediately. 3 dead once again. They're being put in the blender.
I mean, they're getting absolutely slapperooed right now, let's be completely honest. TSM haven't even been able to find kills on the side of Manny and Druk because FaZe have just been pushing them so aggressively off spawn. Manny goes down again. It seems like every corner you turn as a TSM member, there's at least 2 players from FaZe staring at you, pinching you. And maybe they want to pinch you and you think, are we dreaming? I need to wake up at this point.
Ow, stop pinching me. Ow, stop pinching me. Here comes Pznguin with another pinch. One-on-one with Manny. Doesn't even get the trade. Issues, concerns, rearing their ugly head once more. Is this going to be yet another Sunday to TSM falter? Under the pressure, under the lights. Is the occasion just getting the better of them here?
It's over a 100-point lead already. Only 2 minutes in for FaZe Clan. And still, 2 members of TSM yet to find a kill here. This might be one of the most one-sided games we've seen so far in this tournament, as Druk also falls. Still yet to find a kill. Still points being scored for FaZe Clan. They're not just going to walk into this grand final. They are waltzing into this grand final at this point.
The issue is, it doesn't even look like they've had to get out of 3rd gear. Suppressed steps in, tried to get the contest just before B was converted. Unable to do so.
Enemy halfway to
The onslaught isn't finished here. Manny's desperately trying to escape with his life. Trying to disappear, trying to skedaddle. But he's being hunted down. And every single time you see a TSM player in a hill, he's in there by himself. Druk's in big trouble, he gets cut down. The FaZe Clan machine keeps on rolling.
Show us something, TSM. Druk, Manny. Get a kill. It's so difficult to watch. I know how hard it is to Druk got a kill. It's so hard to play against teams that are this well coordinated when it comes to strongholds as well. Because every single time TSM off spawn, they are trying to get back into the game. They're trying to force their way to one of these strongholds, but FaZe are just waiting in the wings, almost giggling to themselves, saying, another one's trying to push down long haul, and then they're able to wipe them out. Look, time after time, TSM are on different spawns. It's a 1 versus 2. It's a 1 versus 3. And FaZe Clan continue to push, continue to get aggressive. There's another player on their own. And oh, Taulek's here for a little bit of backup, but are you too late? Because a grenade arrives as well. It's 184-1.
Another one bites the dust. Manny does get a kill. Does finally register one. No more Goose Watch. Fortunately, the stat line's not reading too good from 1, 2, and 10. 185 and climbing. And we know Strongholds can flip on its head. But TSM, if they're going to do it, if they're going to show signs of life, they're going to have to do it quickly, or they're heading down to elimination finals.
It's another camouflage. It's another kill. It's another painful watch on the side of TSM. And I don't think it takes a genius to try and work out which way this game is going to be going and which team is going to be heading towards the grand finals at this point. There's been very little displayed by TSM to suggest they can come back into this game, but everything displayed from FaZe Clan to show that they are the dominant force at this tournament. They are the team to beat if you want to be able to win and call yourself champions. Optic Gaming are going to be licking their lips in that elimination final, waiting for TSM to drop as Manny drops to the floor from another perfect from TriPPPeY.
FaZe Clan showing no compassion, absolutely ruthless here on Strongholds. And TSM's backspin to the wall since the off. Have not had enough to get the job done. It's been all FaZe Clan this series. A clean sweep, 3-0.
I don't think you have to be a lip reader to try and work out what Royal One was saying. What on earth was that? And for good reason, what was that? You're in the winners final and you just got absolutely obliterated by FaZe Clan. Sadly for TSM, they just could not going. Maybe one step too far was this FaZe roster. FaZe are looking unbeatable.
Absolutely phenomenal. They waltz. They whimsically skedaddle into the grand finals. For TSM, their night's not going to get much easier now, Dan. Because they're heading down to a very red-hot Optic Gaming who just clean swept Shopify Rebellion, who are one of the tournament favorites, may I remind you. But now all of a sudden the complexion around FaZe Clan is, are they now the tournament favorites?
Well, I think this is what Pznguin was questioning on his screens. What just happened? 1-14, 3-12, 5-10, 7-11. Be a great place to get some snacks, but not necessarily a great place to be up against FaZe Clan. 250-2. It was almost the perfect Strongholds game. Pznguin was frying in that one as well with 17 kills. As soon as we got up here to start this series, it feels like we're ending it as well, Shurs. That was one of the fastest 3-0s that we've seen on main stage all weekend long.
Lincoln, you might have missed it. Dominant from the off. Confirmation of what you have seen if you're still trying to believe it. 3-0 Fortress, capture the flag, live fire Slayer, 50-40, and a 250-2 Strongholds recharge. Absolutely dominant.
An obliteration, to be perfectly honest with you. It was not something I was expecting. I was really hoping. I feel like I'm just cursing things up here, to be honest, right now. I was expecting a little bit more from TSM here, a little bit more fight. I mean, that is clean, to say the least. I mean, just kicking things off with that CTF, that Fortress CTF, it was picture perfect from the get-go. And I will say that TSM just couldn't find their foot at all. The firepower was not there whatsoever. We were expecting big things out of, their main slayers to step up to the mark, and it just didn't happen.